Okay, so what I'm attempting to do here is to put a natural curve in my ATX cable so that it'll have a nice smooth curve when I install it. And what I've done is I've gone and found the smallest diameter thing in the house that I could find, and it's this little like tea light holder, right, that is heat resistant, can go in the oven, that I can wrap around it. And I've taken and you can see I've installed the cable combs here, really tight spacing, because I want to keep the cables nice and clean while they set into their new natural position. And this is a total experiment. I have no idea if this is going to work, if I'm going to, ruin something. Probably not, but, And then what I've done is I've I've put this piece of Velcro on here to hold the whole thing into a curve. Also, you want to check, you see I've got the ATX power supply, or the connector clip, to the inside of the curve, which I've checked. That's what I want for my setup. I think that that's consistent for most setups, but you'll want to check yours before you do this. And then you can see down here at the other end, this is a little bit sloppy, but I'm not so worried about this. This is going to be hidden behind the case shroud, things like that, so not too big of a deal. And then, of course, when it's installed, ultimately, I won't have this many cable combs packed quite this tight. That's just there for now to hold it nice and even and consistent, right? So then what I've done is I've taken my oven here, and I've set it to the lowest temperature it will go. And I'm just gonna pop that in there like that, and we'll let it sit for I don't know, 15. I'll check it at 15 minutes, and then again at 30 minutes, and we'll see what happens. All right, the timer's going off, so let's go check. It's been 15 minutes. All right, let's see. So far, so good. Nothing's melting. Yeah, the cables are nice and warm. The wires definitely. Let's see, are they? Yep, and they're softer for sure, I can tell. That may be all it takes. I don't know that we need to let it sit any longer, so I'm going to take it out gently, because I'm doing this barehanded. Yeah, there we go. And the one thing I'm not happy about with this particular jar that I'm using is it's got a little bit of a slant to it, and I want this to set now straight, not angled. So you can see what I'm doing is I'm using my hand to put a tighter curve right up close to the connector there, and then I'm going to put Velcro on it to hold that. Okay, so far I've got it like that. You can see the starter curve there, and then I'm going to add another piece of Velcro, and I'll show you in a moment, to complete the turn. Okay, well, the Velcro kept sliding off, so instead I used this rubber band that just came off of, I think came off some broccoli or something like that, right? And I may be, it's probably the case that I'm over curving this a little bit, but in my experience, when after this cools and sets and then we unwrap the whole thing, it's going to naturally open up a little bit. And also, when I go to plug it into the case and install everything, it's easier to uncurve it a little bit and have it look good than it is to add more curve and have it look good. So this is going to be perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the fridge like that, and we'll let that set, and I'll come back let's say 15 minutes, and we'll see where it's at. All right, let's take a look and see what we've got here. Yep, cooled down definitely. Okay, I'm gonna try and do this one-handed. That off. Velcro off. And look, there we go. Now we've got a nice natural curve in that cable. I'm gonna pause this, and I'm gonna move these around to places that are, where I would more likely actually want to have them, and then I'll show you the result. Okay, so this is what I've done just real quickly, and as you can see, I imagine the motherboard's going to be about here, so this would disappear through the rubber grommet somewhere around here, and we got this nice, very nice natural curve in the cable. And as we're doing the install, I'll be able to do a little bit of straightening on that as well. I think that's probably partly because of the thing I showed you earlier where the glass is a little bit angled. But yeah, I think that's going to install beautifully. And, you know, as we speak, I'm doing the same thing to another one. That's the EPS cable. And I'll also be doing a couple for the video card, which I anticipate is going to be a little trickier because the curve's going to be a different direction. Happy modding. Real quick before I go, I just want to show you guys that I replaced the cable combs with white combs, so I like that better. This is a Antec extension kit, by the way, and it comes with these pretty nice. These black combs are, the quality's good, but I wanted something that was a little more consistent, so I put on white combs, and I like the way that looks better.